Happy Thursday. I I woke up this morning so like ready, like jumping off a springboard. My back is feeling way better and my eye is swollen, and I just like laughed about it. At one point I was hanging out with my BFF last night, and at the same time both of our eye just started being like hurting and like annoyed, and now mine is this. So I feel like I'm just moving the pain up and out, and I'll wake up tomorrow and this will be all better, thankfully. And I want to just talk a moment about our position as a human inside of this living world, as I've known it so far. So I was noticing that our next full moon is in Libra, and it's on April 1st. And I know a lot of us have this knowing of April Fool's Day and what that's meant, you know, a day of playing jokes and tricks and, you know, not trusting your eyes. And for me, it's not been that. For me, April 1st has been a day of like reclamation and action. And I'm trying, that's not my best word. I'm working, I know there has been a couple of times that big things have happened on April 1st. But the one that sticks out for me the most was when I finally ended this relationship that I was in that was like this long-going, super toxic, not good at all for me relationship. And I was young. And this person and I had gone back and forth, you know, like all kinds of breakups and drama. And it was like this magnet, you know, I can totally, in hindsight, see where that was like a trauma bond, you know, without knowing those words at the time. It was like 1996, 97. I didn't know those words. I knew that what was happening felt very real, you know. But on April 1st, I would start going the first day back to school. School had never been good for me, but I was excited for this because it was different. It was like an accelerated program for medical assisting. And I was really excited about it because I knew that it was such a short period. I knew leaving, I would be able to use the tool immediately. And I liked, when I had a plan, it felt really good. But I was still sort of in this dynamic, or had been before this day, with this person. And that had been going on for like four years. And as a young person, 4 years is a long time for our young brain to be going through something, you know? And while I thought I knew it all, I swore I knew it all. I didn't really know shit. So April 1st, I go to school the first day and come back to the place. I would say we were living together, but again, we were kind of young, and I guess we would live between, I don't know. We were both in each other's personal parents' homes still. So I go to see him that day to learn that he had cheated on me. And at the time, when I learned who he cheated on me with, it kind of like irritated me. It was just like, are you fucking kidding? Now I would not really compare. I mean, I guess maybe a little, just because it was such a radical shift. And some of it was even things that I wasn't allowed to be in our relationship. So it was kind of like a cruel joke. I was just like, fuck you. You know, for the first time, I was able to walk away and be like, this is actually just, it kind of reminds me of like our politics right now. It's like, is this a real thing? This has got to be a joke. I just want to like wash all this away and start all over. That's pretty much what it was like for me as a person then. And so after that, you know, I went on to have the best experience inside of school that I had yet. I mean, my yoga teacher training was really good. So, but it was different. You know what I mean? I went from being a student that could barely make it to being a proud nerd and tutoring others, and, you know, all these new things were there that I hadn't seen. You know, after that, I was really successful in work. I made more money right away than they had prepared us for. They told us, when you're right out of school, you're going to make this. And I made more. Right after that, I found this awesome house. Awesome house. You guys know I got some house energy, right? I'm always about the home. I love my house. I love my house. I'm always a house lover, though. Like, I love to make a home. And even when I was a younger person, even before I had a family, I've always loved to make a home. But on this day, like, to learn that this person that I had been spending so much time and putting so much of myself into was just going to be repeating this loop and doing this continuous dumb shit. And I just was like, what the? It was such a severing in my body. And then earlier this week, I had a sort of a similar thing happened. Someone sort of appeared so inconsiderate, just presuming or assuming that they were going to be a certain way with me. And it really kind of floored me, almost the same way as when I found out my then boyfriend had cheated on me. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And in the moments, I didn't realize what was happening, But as a person now sitting here, and what I know about astrology, what I know about our human evolution and our cycles, and hearing that this next full moon is in Libra and all the things that I have going on already, like, oh my gosh, guys, if like one more thing was like, oh please don't, I'm oh please don't-ing everywhere. But I'm not afraid, and I'm not overwhelmed, and if anything, I'm excited. I know that every time uncertainty appears, for me, there's up-leveling and more and surprise. So at this point, oh Jesus, it's 8:15. Why is the door at 8:15? That's a very strange thing. Watch out, puppy. Oh, it's me here. Girl, I was like, fucking 3 a.m. better not be at my door. I'll be back. No, it's okay, because now you're here. You can beat him up. Okay, right.